This video is going to be the do's and don'ts of getting to the underhook from the bottom half guard position. And there is some points in this that when I'm watching jiu-jitsu, when I'm watching my students or competitions, I can instantly tell the difference between a strong and maybe an intermediate level half guard player. First of all, let's break half guard down into two broad positions. Half guard with a distance, I'm using my knee shield here. Half guard where I'm a hell of a lot closer to him, I'm obviously deep and I'm using my underhook here. We cannot do both. It is a mistake, and it's one that I see often among beginners and maybe even some intermediate grapplers as well, that they will keep their knee shield distance and try to use their underhook close the distance at the same time. Both of these things cannot be true. I can't be close and far away. So make sure it's one or the other. I'm either knee shield, keeping my head far away, or I'm underhook, hiding my head underneath my partner as far as possible. When I am underneath my partner like this, it's really important to keep my head free. I still have, not my underhook arm, my free arm here, protecting my face from the crossface. I don't mind if he makes a grip around my head and my arm, because I should be able to wipe this over the top of my head. If I can see with my eyes this arm can see my crossface. So I want you to pretend like it's something horrible that you're watching on TV and you just can't look at it. I have to stop myself from looking at this arm. I'm completely hidden. A way that I learned to enter the underhook half guard, and maybe a way that you have learned as well, is maybe to create some space with your shin, replace your knee shield with the same side shoulder, and go looking for the underhook. I don't really like to do this anymore, and certainly in my own practice, I don't think I would do this at all. When my partner is at a distance like this, I will play a half guard game at a distance. One of my favorite techniques to do is to play this sleeve, look for arm passes and moves towards my partner's back. I have another video on this channel all about the John Wayne or the log sweep. That's where I'm at when I'm at this distance. I will get to the underhook when he closes the distance. Why? Because I think, let's skip ahead a second here, Adam. Anytime I have an underhook half guard situation, he wants to be as close to my hips as possible. If I go looking for him, let's look at how much of my arm that sticks through. He's going to drop his rib cage, he's going to drop his armpit, and I basically just have a little hand visible here. An ideal situation, you can let me away with this now, Adam, is I actually want to have this shoulder completely free. The deeper my arm is, the more free my shoulder is, the better I will be able to get close to Adam's hips and legs, and more importantly, underneath his weight, underneath his center of gravity. So instead of going looking for him, going looking for the underhook, I will play my distance game, and if I lose the distance battle for whatever reason, I will make sure to block the crossface. Two arms blocking this crossface. I haven't tried to sneak a little underhook in as he closed the distance. I play it safe. My left arm, top arm in this example, will be the arm that threads or fights for the underhook. I have two benefits to being over here now. One, when I dig the underhook, I'm going to go elbow first. It's a much stronger move for me to pump my elbow towards my hips and fight through the space between our chests or between our stomachs, as opposed to sticking my hand through like this and my fingers. But two, and I think this is one of the more powerful pieces of the idea being two hands over here, he's focusing on my two hands being over here. My two hands are busy. My two hands are occupied with something that isn't digging for the underhook. Let me never see you guys like just trying to wiggle it through here. This is too telegraphed. This is too obvious. He is going to clamp down that space massively in this example. So 2 hands blocking the crossface here. The benefit of 2 hands here as opposed to 1 hand blocking the crossface and 1 hand digging, it's a little bit safer. 2 versus 1, I should absolutely have a stronger chance of protecting my head here. But the most important thing, I think, this arm, left arm, is the one that I want on the underhook. It is a little bit less obvious to him that that is going to be my next technique or my next play because my hands are busy over here. He's focusing on this battle. I'm focusing on this battle. All I need from Adam is a progression up my body, and I'm going to go elbow towards my hip. My elbow digs through first here to take the underhook. Adam's quite close to me here, rib cage to rib cage, shoulder to rib cage, hip to hip, whatever way you want to think about it. It should be hard for me to get a hand or fingers through this position, but it's not so hard to hammer your elbow through this position. Once the elbow comes free, the hand can swim through, and the most important piece here is that I lift to free my shoulder. My shoulder needs to be completely free before I take a deep underhook around his back. We're going to go to the dog fight from this position, the classic underhook half guard finish. I'm going to build up to my knees and I'm going to tackle Adam over or roll him back over the top of me. This is the piece when I'm watching jiu-jitsu where I can separate a good half guard player from a great half guard player. Instantly, when I see one detail here, I know what we're dealing with. The detail will be from the underhook, what we do next. I should not try to get up to my knees when this knee is still stuck. I'm not saying it's not possible, I'm just saying it is a beginner mistake. I'm trying to skip steps, I'm trying to get a little bit greedy here. Very easy for him to just use his hips and throw me back down. What I should do is a little bit of leg work. I need to get his knee completely free from my half guard. I basically need to be in the quarter guard. Without losing his foot, I'm going to swap my legs. My outside leg is now controlling the half guard. I'm going to hamstring curl to pick his foot as close to our hips as possible, and then I'm literally going to do an opposite leg press. I'm going to push down with my bottom leg and push up with my top leg until I can make the grip around his foot. Now his knee is completely free. Most importantly, my knee is completely free. And in this position, I can go toes and forehead on the floor. I twist my hips off the ground. I build to this elbow, and I was able to get up without having to pull my leg from underneath Adam's knee. From here, simple, tackle him over, or if he gives me a lot of resistance in this position, I can duck underneath him to take him on top for the 2 points. So, let's summarize. Adam coming and looking for the underhook here. This should be something I can shut down by going chin to his hip, armpit to his hip, and making sure that I flatten his underhook to his body. It should be. I'm not saying it won't work. I'm saying it's not the best option. So better option for Adam is to get the underhook when I'm going forwards. Remember, the counter to the underhook here is to stay close to his hips. If I'm neutral and he comes looking for it, I'm going to body lock him. I'm going to put my chin to that hip. If he gets me when I'm already pressuring close to his head, I'm trying to fight for this underhook, he gives me that little knee lever, opens the space, elbow through. So hard for me to find the timing, so hard for me to be in the right position, in the right place, at the right time to get my hip back there. Very hard for me now in this position to get back chin to his hip. Very hard for me to stop myself from going forwards when I'm already going forwards. If I'm neutral, I can catch him. If I'm diving forwards here, it's the perfect time for him to take this underhook. And then same, Adam wants to use his leg work here. Bonus detail, you can even reach down with your left hand there, Adam. He can really get my heel close to my bum. He can really free this knee and then start to get up to the dogfight position. Techniques like this, underhook, half guard to the dogfight. I think grapplers all around the world are learning this in jiu-jitsu schools all around the world. We all know this technique. We all know this strategy. But when I watch jiu-jitsu, I see so many people leave out some really important details. The better I am at passing the half guard on the top, covering your underhook, the better your underhook half guard is going to be on the bottom. So make sure we don't skip steps. Let's make sure, even if we feel like we don't need it, that we build good habits. Don't go looking for underhooks. Find the underhooks as your partner comes close to you. Force them to come close to you and take the underhook. And don't forget about the leg pummeling detail. Most important, and like I said, this, when I'm watching, is how I know this is a good grappler or this is a beginner.